Hey, folks, good morning and welcome to another episode of Steelers Morning Rush. I'm Alan Saunders. It is Thursday, May 15th. The NFL schedule has been officially and fully released, although we knew some of it when me and Smitty were talking last night on Steelers Afternoon Drive. We do have the whole thing now. And for this morning's podcast, I'm going to discuss the Steelers 2025 schedule purely from my own personal selfish thoughts as a Steelers beat writer. I'm not going to talk about the team. I'm not going to talk about the fan interest. I'm not going to talk about anything that anybody else cares about other than me. And hopefully you'll like this or at least find it funny. And if you don't, oh well, we'll never do it again. So the Steelers schedule came out last night. Of course, I'm watching like you are all watching. We don't get the schedule ahead of time. And, we kind of have to just deal with the leaks as they come out. One of the things that's very frustrating as a beat writer is that we have to travel commercially to all the places the Steelers go. And the Steelers are very, popular team with lots of fan base that travels really well. So, like, the second the games get announced, the flights to those cities get really expensive. So last night, as the schedule was, I got SteelersNow.com over here, and I've got American Airlines over here trying to get my travel booked for the season. So that's kind of how my process worked. Starting on the road at the Jets. I love going to New York. Good food. Easy drive. I drive to New York. I don't fly. My in-laws live in New Jersey, so I've got a good place to stay there. Nice, easy start to the season for me. Got no complaints about that. Get some good pizza. I was actually on a Jets podcast earlier this season, so maybe we'll have to do that again this offseason, I should say. And like from a storyline perspective, man, I don't know what more you could ask for than Justin Fields playing against the Steelers. Perhaps almost seems likely Aaron Rodgers playing against the Jets. Don't forget about my guy Brandon Eccles. And just in general, I think it feels like a game the Steelers should win, which, hey, the traffic isn't really better win or lose, but like, week one kind of probably better for us if they start out on a good note. Home opener against the Seattle Seahawks, 1:00 kickoff. No complaints there. It's a good week for a home opener. I got nothing to say about that. Going to New England in September, I like a lot more than I like in November. I think I'm going to drive to that one too. Ed Thompson, Steelers Now photographer, has been bugging me to go to New England. And usually I go to games alone when I fly, but bring Ed and another reporter when I drive. So I think we're going to let Ed tag along and make the drive to New England. So that not being a short week, not being like December when I have to worry about weather, probably makes that a little bit more doable. Foxborough is also a pain in the butt to get to. So even if you fly to Boston, it's like an hour from Logan Airport to Foxborough drive, and then you got to drive back. I don't know. It's a pain. So might drive that one too, I think. Haven't decided yet. Never been to New England. That's one of the last. I think there are only 6 NFL stadiums I've never been to. And I'm getting 2 of them in this year's schedule. I've never been to Soldier Field. I've never been to Gillette Stadium. And the other ones I've never been to are Arizona, San Francisco, Dallas, and I think there's one more. But I don't remember what it would be. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's only 5 now. Yeah, there's 5 now. So because I went to the Superdome for the Super Bowl. Right. So there's 5 now. So I'll be down to 3. After this, I will still have Arizona, San Francisco, and Dallas left. So that'll be cool. First time in Gillette Stadium. We'll see what it's like. Crook Park, Ireland. Yeah, I had some people in the comments. I don't think I'm going to go. It is rather expensive. Also, Art Rooney's comments last night that the team is not going until Thursday night kind of reinforces that for me, is that most of the pre-work for that week's game will happen in Pittsburgh. So I won't be missing much by not going. I've been to Ireland a couple times. It's lovely. If it was a place I'd never been to personally, I probably would just go as like half vacation, half work. But I've been to Ireland, and so probably not going to be making any money on that one. We'll see. Maybe things will change, but that's where things stand right now. The bye after that trip, nice for the team. I love the early bye. I know the team probably they're okay with it being after Europe. In general, doesn't like an early bye, but hey, I want a bye week when it's still nice enough for me to go fishing. So I got that early in October. Cleveland Browns at home on October 12th, coming back. No complaints there. Don't like Thursday night in Cincinnati. That's a long drive for a Thursday night game. I was very happy with those being in. Seemed like it was in Cleveland every year. If you got to have a short week, you want it to be at home. If it's not going to be at home, you want it to be easy travel. Cincinnati is like a 5-hour drive. It's not the worst travel we have, but it's. I'm not thrilled with that. Sunday Night Football at home against the Packers. Some beat writers don't like night games. I don't mind night games. I'm a night owl anyway. I'm going to be up until like 4 a.m. after a night game most of the time, which is, yeah, it's not like the world's greatest thing, but it doesn't really bother me too much. So Packers, I mean, again, the storylines with Rodgers, and then also just in general, I think a good game. Probably the first leg. I guess the Bengals are interesting because they could be a lot better than they were last year, but that's the first game that, like, right now, like, if you just go by the way they played last year, feels like a really big game. I mean, the Vikings are good, but that game's going to be over. Oh, the storylines of that game are going to be overshadowed by it being in Ireland, and maybe this game will be overshadowed by Aaron Rodgers too. I don't know, but that could be like an important game for the schedule. Colts at home, 1 o'clock. A lot of 1 o'clock home games, which I like. I like 1 o'clock games. I don't really care about the time of the game at home, to be honest. I do like Sundays. We didn't have very many Sunday games last year. The Saturday games kind of got me out of a rhythm I don't love. And then we got the trip to LA, Sunday Night Football. Our Rooney said he doesn't like night game on the West Coast. I've never done a night game on the West Coast, so I'm interested to see what he doesn't like about it. I did get my travel booked for LA, so that's good. Bengals at home on a Sunday, Bears at home on a Bears on the road. This one I'll probably also drive. Again, I've been to Chicago, but never been to Soldier Field. Just feels like a drivable one. It is an easy flight, so I don't know. We'll see what the weather looks like, but that November should be okay. Buffalo at home, no complaints there. Baltimore on the road. Do love going to Baltimore, and even though the second game against the Ravens is in Pittsburgh, the first game against the Ravens is still in December, so I will still again be in Baltimore when it is raining, snowing, or otherwise miserable, which is awesome. 1 o'clock is a interesting travel because you can technically do Baltimore in one day on a 1 o'clock cake. You just have to get up at like 6 a.m. and then you get back at like midnight. I'll probably stay, but that is a doable 1-day drive. Monday night home game against the Dolphins. You're gonna have at least one of those. It's fine. Again, they don't really bother me. Short week going to Detroit. Another really easy drive. Yeah, I mean, Detroit's fine. I like Detroit. It's not great in December, but it is what it is. No, nothing says Christmas time like downtown Detroit. At Cleveland on the 28th. Again, the three easiest drives of the whole schedule. Last 3 road games of the year. Travel for I know travel wise, like this is a nice schedule because all the difficult travel seems to be pretty early. Then you got easy stuff at the end. Ravens at home. I do like having that week 18 TBD game at home. That makes because that game doesn't get announced until the last minute. So like especially if that's a road game. Now, thankfully, we drive to all our division opponents, and that's usually a division opponent. But like I want to book a hotel room. I want to make like New Year's plans with my family. It's really nice knowing when I'm going to have to be leaving, things like that. At least the fact that it's at home makes that TBD slightly less annoying. Those are your Steelers beat writer thoughts about the 2025 Steelers schedule. Let me know if you like this or hated it, and either we'll do it again or never do it again accordingly. All right, more on the afternoon drive. Me, Smitty, and then Steelers Now Plus subscribers only. Live stream, me, Smitty, DB, 6 o'clock. Make sure you go over to SteelersNow.com. Click on the membership tab in the top right and get yourself signed up. And then there will be a post on the website with the link in the subscribers only section. And we also will send an email, I believe. I did send an email last time. I have to make sure I can make the email work again. But Yeah, that's happening at 6. So make sure you get over to SN Plus, subscribe. And if you can't be there for the live stream, that will stay on the site in the members only section so that you can go back and watch it later. But of course, you can't participate. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put the post up so that maybe you can ask a question in the comments beforehand. And if you can't be there live, we can still get to your question. That's all we got for today. Be back with Smitty on the drive, and then SN Plus subscribers only at 6. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, enjoy.